Find the coffins. Locals in that ruined town talked about shadowy figures that stalk the night. At first, only cattle and livestock would be found massacred and drained of blood. But in recent days, townspeople have started to go missing. They say something has set up a nest down in the mines nearby, neither living nor dead, but the undead. Sounds like vampires. If true, there's no time to waste. Someone needs to hunt down their nest and destroy the coffins. Every moment that passes makes them bolder as they spread their curse. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the next episode of the Adventures of Hattori Hanzo. This week we'll be beginning our Halloween episodes, where we'll be running through the Vampire Mission Pack. Let's take a look at how our character is progressing. Not too much has changed since our previous episode. We did obtain our Spirit Mouse guide at the Indian trading post in town. We currently have a slashed leg, so we no longer have +1 to our movement until we get that healed. Our health is now at 22. We have 540 XP towards level 5. We have 605 gold. We're carrying 9 anvils of weight, and we have 3 corruption points. I thought we might do a gear loadout recap, since we've just finished 10 episodes, so we can see exactly what Hattori has on him currently. Hattori has his Wanderer's Katana with a Darkstone grip installed. We also have our ornate case that we carry that in to hide any corruption. He has his Ronin's helmet with an eagle feather attached, his samurai armor, his locket personal item, the Hearthbone necklace, which is spirit armor, the Dead Man's poncho to ignore weather effects, his arm wraps that we just picked up in the last episode, a harmonica to help with his sanity, a vampire fang, which we found in the swamps of Jargono, the Tome of Vontaro, the frozen isopod we brought back from Targa, and a rail spike that will help us prevent the darkness from moving if we ever need it to. We do have our 1 mutation of tentacle fingers, which has no effect on us, and our 1 injury of a slashed leg. We also now have our faithful dog ally. He has an initiative of 5, a movement of 8, 1 combat. He hits on a melee 4+. He obviously has no ranged attack. He has an 8 health, 3 defense, 8 for sanity with a 4+ willpower, and his corruption resistance is 4. Let's join our hero and his faithful dog as they hunt down a vampire nest. Hello and welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Today we are doing Mission 1 from the Feral Vampire Mission Pack. Our mission goal: we must find and destroy at least 4 coffins in the underground catacombs to wipe out the vampire nest. For special rules, this is a vampire adventure. What that means is we have vampire encounters. Whenever we draw 1 or more encounters, we roll a d6. On the roll of a 1, 2, or 3, we also draw a vampire encounter. We'll be facing the feral vampire common enemies. Whenever we would need to draw a threat card, on the roll of a d6, a 1, 2, or 3, we instead are attacked by feral vampires. And it also have vampire traits. Whenever a feral vampire enemy is encountered, roll a d6. On the roll of a 1, 2, or 3, we also draw a vampire trait card for those vampires. We have Objective Dread. For this adventure, any growing dread cards currently in the stack are resolved and discarded when each dread objective below is discovered. And our dread objective for this mission is finding coffins. Each time the heroes find a clue icon, they've discovered the location of 1 or more coffins. Resolve all growing dread cards currently in the stack, and then roll a d3 to determine how many coffins have been found. Take that number of coffin markers from the top of the stack without looking at their values, and place them anywhere on the map tile. These coffin markers do not block movement or line of sight and do not affect gameplay. After completing any encounters on the exploration token that had the clue icon, the heroes must fight a group of feral vampires that are protecting the coffins, in addition to any attack that was also on the exploration token. Add a number of feral vampires to the fight based on how many heroes are in the posse and how many coffins are in the room. Since we are a solo hero, we'll be fighting one vampire per coffin. These feral vampires guarding the coffins always come into play with a trait card. And for destroying the coffins, at the end of each fight after loot and catch your breath, the heroes automatically smash all coffins in the room. This destroys them, but also unleashes all the evil they hold within. Flip over each coffin as it's destroyed, and roll a number of dice equal to the number of coffin markers. For each 1, 2, or 3, immediately draw a darkness card. Once the heroes have found and destroyed at least 4 coffins and all enemies on the board have been defeated, the mission is successfully completed. Let's start by holding back the darkness. A 12 right out of the gate. Double sixes does trigger the Stubborn Revolve depth event. This place is horrible and unforgiving, but you're not about to give up without a fight. Each hero may immediately heal d6 wounds of sanity, any mix. Well, we just started, so we have no wounds. Or recover 1 grit. So we will recover a grit. Our faithful pup will go first since he has initiative of 5. He's going to move ahead and look through the doorway. And he has found for us a mining lift. Place our exploration token. Hattori will go. 1. He's moving right along, good old Hattori. We do gain a grit. And we will go ahead and use our Fire Saki token to regain D3 Fury. 2. Alright, let's see what we have. 1 doorway and 1 encounter. I think we'll go ahead and use our mouse spirit guide here. Drawing 2 more explorations, and then we get to choose one of these 3. So we have 1 door, 2 encounters, 2 doors, growing dread encounter, and a clue icon. We're going to go ahead and go with the clue icon so we can find us and kill us some vampires quickly. Let's see how many coffins are going to be in this room. It's a D3. 3 coffins. I think I'll go ahead and reveal the Growing Dread card, since technically it's the first in order, so it would be placed in the stack before we place the coffins. And this one we got is Stench Beyond Reason. The air turns sour in your mouth, and your nostrils burn as you gasp for breath. The stench of rotting death and pain is overwhelming. Every hero takes 2 horror hits for each willpower save failed. The hero also takes d6 wounds with no defense as they vomit uncontrollably. Alright. We'll do our poor dog first since he has a heightened sense of smell. He has a willpower of 4+, so as long as he gets a 4 or better, he's good. A 5 and a 5. We have 1 tough dog. Now for Hattori, his willpower is also 4. A 2 and a 3. He fails both. So he will take 2d6 wounds with no defense, as well as 2 points of sanity damage. 7 wounds. Thematically, it makes no sense, but we'll see if his armor can block the wounds. And he blocked 1 wound, so we take 6 wounds. Okay, we have an advanced room encounter. Broken lift. An old mining lift lies at the far end of the room. You might be able to get it working. We can choose to try to repair the lift by making a cunning 6+ test, or we can ignore the lift and move on by making a luck 5+ test. Well, we have 4 of cunning and only 2 of luck, so I guess we'll try to repair the lift. And we got 1 6. We gain 25 XP for each 6 rolled. If at least one hero has passed the test, you get the lift working and bring it up, finding valuable goods inside. Each hero may draw a loot card. Okay, let's see what kind of loot we got. We get... What's this? An artifact card. And we have found... Jewel of the Void. +1 spirit, you may discard to heal a mutation or to remove a parasite. That will come in handy. And then our encounter from the exploration token is Ancient Riddle. The way forward is blocked by an unseen force and a riddle in a stone. Make a cunning 6+ test. Alright, another cunning 6+ test. Failed that one, we'll spend a grit. We'll re-roll all the dice. And we are good, we've passed. If successful, gain 30 XP. The way forward is clear. So on the roll of a 1, 2, or 3, we must also do a vampire encounter. We are good. Alright, feral vampires have an initiative of 5. They have fear 2, so anyone adjacent to them at the start of their activation takes 2 horror hits. Blood drain, anytime this enemy does 1 or more wounds to a hero with its combat hits, it heals 1 wound from itself. They have an armor 5+. Vampiric Bite. They're to hit rolls of 6, ignore defense. You must roll another d6, and if this roll is also a 6, the hero gains a bitten marker. They're a melee of 4+, 3 combat, they do 2 damage. They have a defense of 4 and 8 health. Their vampire trait is going to be Blood Frenzied. These enemies prioritize targets based on heroes that currently have the most wounds. They gain +1 damage on their combat hits for every 2 wounds the target hero had on him at the start of the vampire activation, and +2 combat for each bleeding marker the target has. So it looks like they'll all be attacking Hattori since he's already got 6 wounds. Let's see what their elite abilities will be. Brimstone gods, please be merciful. A 4 and a 5. Flight. Feral vampires now move through other models and change targets each turn. They are also +2 to initiative. Masters of the Mist. Their mist form is now armor 4+. Wow. Okay. Let's hold back the darkness. 9 is good. The vampires will move in to attack. Okay, we'll roll for each one separately. They hit on a 4+. So there's one hit from this gentleman. One hit again from the next one. And then last but not least, one more hit. I think we startled these vampires. They're still very sleepy. Rolling for Hattori's defense. He defends on a 3+. Defends 2, takes 1. And their damage is +3 because I do have 6 wounds. So he hits for 5 damage. Let's see if our armor absorbs any of that. Nope, we take all 5 wounds. Alright, our dog is allowed to move through other models. And his bark ability makes each enemy -1 damage to their attacks, so we're going to have him run back behind everybody and stand right in the center. He gets 1 combat, so we will attack... we'll attack the guy right in front of him. And that's a critical. And he does 6 wounds. Hopefully the vampire's armor doesn't block too many of those. And his armor is a 4+. So he blocks 4 of the 6 wounds, taking 2 wounds. Hattori will roll his 2 fear. Actually 6 fear, I'm sorry. There's 3 of them next to us. Willpower of 4. We defended 4. We take 2. Let's see if our spirit armor will help us out here. And we blocked 1. We take 1 more point of sanity damage. Roll for movement, see if we can get a grit. And we cannot. Rolling our 3 combat. Critical. A normal hit and a miss. So let's roll the critical first. I'm going to roll it on the guy that's already wounded. 5. Let's see if his armor can defend. Again, he has armor 4+. And he defends 2. He takes 3 more wounds. And then our normal hit will be -4 to the roll. 1 more wound. Let's see if his armor negates that. It does not. He takes 1 more wound. Let's go ahead and use a hatchet as a free attack. We hit on a 3+. Hit. And this will be -4 to the roll again. No damage. At the end of the turn, let's hold back the darkness. A 4 will fail. We're going to roll individually once again, starting with the one furthest away. Scores 2 hits. Thankfully, our Vampire Fang allows us to ignore the Vampiric Bite ability. One in the center. 1 hit. And the one closest to us. 1 hit. See if we defend 2 from the guy furthest. And we have defended. The one from the center. We defend. And the one closest. We defend. Our faithful dog will go. He needs to take his fear hits this time. He has a willpower of 4. He defended 4 and takes 2. He will roll his 1 combat, hitting on a 3+. He's still going for the wounded one in the center. 1 hit. -4 to the roll. Nothing. Hattori will take his 6 fear hits. Again, he has a willpower of 4+. He defends 4. Takes 2. Let's see if our spirit armor helps out. We need a 5+. And we block 1 and take 1 more point of sanity damage. Roll to see if we regain a grit. We do not. Rolling our 3 combat. Hit, hit, hit. No criticals. Each of these rolls will be -4 to the die. Rolling for the vampire in the center first. 6 -4 is 2. He is dead. Actually, he may not be dead. We need to roll his armor. He is dead. Let's start whittling away at these other 2. Still got 2 more hits. I'll put both hits into the one furthest away from us. Again, these will be -4 to the roll. 6 -4 is 2. 8 -4 is 4. Let's see if he blocks it with his armor. Again, he has armor of 4+. Looks like he blocks 3 and takes 3. He will gain 3 wounds. Going to do our Whirlwind Strike, spending 5 Fury. Does 1 hit, dealing 1 peril die of damage, plus our hero level, which is 4. So it will be negated by their defensive 4, so it'll just be our straight peril die roll. So the guy furthest, 5 more wounds. See if his armor helps. He blocks 1, giving him 7 wounds total, almost dead. And the other vampire takes also 5. see what his armor can do for him. He blocks 3 and takes 2 wounds. I'm also going to do Dancing Dragon in an attempt to kill this this guy that's got most of his wounds already on him. We can spend Fury up to our hero level. Right now we'll spend 1 to attack the vampire that's most wounded. We need to make an Agility 5+ test. We have 4 Agility. And we have a 6. We can now jump over to this guy. Put a Fury down on him. And we will end it there. Again, we passed our Agility. Each enemy with a Fury token takes wounds equal to the total number of Fury tokens placed, ignoring defense. They're each potentially going to take 2 wounds, as long as their armor doesn't block them. So the guy with the most wounds is dead, takes 1 wound, and the other fellow takes 1 wound as well. Holding back of darkness. 10 is good. Vampire will go, rolling his 3 combat. He hits once. Let's see if we can defend on a 3+. We do. Excellent. Our faithful dog will take his 2 fear hits. Fails them both, gaining 2 more sanity damage. He will roll his 1 combat against the vampire. He hits on a 3+. Critical. And he scores potentially 2 wounds. Let's see if the vampire's armor will protect him. And he blocked both of those wounds. Hattori will take his 2 fear hits. He blocks 1 and has 1 hit come through. Let's see if our spirit armor helps. It does not. We gain 1 more sanity token. Rolling our 3 combat. Hit, hit, miss. Rolls will be -4 to the die. 8 minus 4 is 4. 6 minus 4 is 2. So potentially 6 wounds, which would kill him. Let's do his armor roll. He blocks the wounds on a 4+. So he blocked 3 and will be taking 3. He only needs 2 more wounds to kill him. Let's use another throwing hatchet. Hitting on a 3+. We hit. This will be -4 to the roll. A 6 will do 2 wounds. Let's hope he does not block these. So he takes 1 wound, blocks the other wound. Let's try and put him away here. Let's go ahead and spend 1 fury token doing Dancing Dragon. Agility 5+. There's our 5. We fall back. He automatically takes 1 wound as long as his armor does not block it. He is dead. Okay, let's see what kind of loot we got from that. And we gained a sack of gold dust, 100 gold, 20 XP. Let's catch our breath. I'm not even sure. This is the first time I've used an advanced ally, so I don't know if they catch their breath. I'm going to assume that they do, since they act like a hero in all intents and purposes. So he can heal 3 sanity. And Hattori rolls 2. He will heal 2 wounds. Also, thanks to our Vampire Fang, anytime we kill an enemy, we can heal 2 more wounds. So we need to heal 6 wounds. 6 more wounds, I should say, leaving us with 3 wounds. So now we destroy each coffin. Then we roll a die for each number on the back of the coffin. So this first one is a 2. On a 1, 2, or 3, we draw a darkness card. So we have drawn Crumbling Faith. All heroes are now -1 spirit. Remains in play. There's also some extra rules if you're a holy or preacher or nun, and we're none of those things. The next one is a 1. Again, on a 1, 2, or 3, we draw a darkness card. We do not. And the last one is 5. So we'll be drawing 3 more darkness cards. First one is Creeping Shadows. Count the number of growing dread cards in the stack and discard pile, then roll a number of dice equal to the total. For each 1, 2, or 3, move the darkness 1 space forward on the depth track. Alright, we only have 1 growing dread in our discard pile and nothing in the stack. And we are good. Shadow of Death. Every hero must make a Spirit 5+ test. If failed, draw a growing dread card and add it to the stack. And we have a 4 for Spirit. We are good. And then a Hunger to Feed. All undead enemies are now +1 combat for every full 3 wounds the target has on them at the start of the attack. Let's put these up by our depth track. Well, not too bad. Right out of the gate we found 3 of the 4 coffins that we need to destroy. So let's hold back the darkness. Wow, another 12. Again, that triggers the depth event Stubborn Resolve. Each hero immediately heals D6 wounds, sanity, any mix, or recovers a grit. So let's go ahead and have our faithful dog heal his 1 remaining sanity. And we will heal 2 more wounds. Not bad. Alright. Our faithful pupper dog will go ahead and move his 8. I think we'll go to the left. I'm not going to have him look through yet because we are a little far behind. So let's roll for our movement. Wow, again with the 1. But we do gain a grit, so I can't complain too much. Holding back the darkness again. 3 will fail, getting us a darkness card. And we have drawn Eyes in the Dark. Anytime a hero recovers 1 or more grit, they also take 1 corruption hit. Remains in play. Alright, we're just going to have our pup hang out there. We're going to roll for movement. 3. Well, it's better than 1. Holding back the darkness. A 4 will fail again. We'll go ahead and have the pup look through. And we find a short passage. Rolling for our movement. 6, now we're talking. This time we will look through. And we find the glow room. Let's see what our exploration token reveals. 3 doors. An encounter and a clue icon. We could end it here, folks. Let's see if we'll be adding a vampire encounter. We will not. And let's see how many coffins we will be adding to the room. It's a D3. 2 coffins, which will be more than enough to complete the mission. So we have an advanced room encounter and a regular encounter for this room. Our advanced room encounter is Time's Lantern. As you enter the room, time seems to distort and twist all around you. In the far wall, beams of golden light pour through holes carved in stone, and a sense of purpose washes over you. At the start of a turn, all heroes on this map tile are +2 initiative and may recover a grit on a d6 roll of 5 or 6. While any hero is on this map tile, any time the Hold Back the Darkness roll is failed, the darkness moves an extra space forward. And roll a d6. On a 1 or a 2, the Guardians of the Lantern have returned. Ambush attack. They have not returned. And our encounter token encounter is Shootout Massacre. The stench of death hits you long before the lantern's light illuminates the room. Massacred bodies all over the ground, riddled with bullets. The site of a bloody outlaw shootout. We can choose to search the bodies, making a cunning 5+ test, or step over the gore, making a luck 5+ test. Well, our cunning is 4, so I think we'll go with searching the bodies. We need a 5+. We're good. If successful, you may draw a loot card. Draw a gear card. 20 XP. And we have found a transfusion kit. Use 1 grit and take d6 wounds ignoring defense to cancel another hero's curse on the d6 roll of 3+, except during a fight, or to cancel an injury just rolled by another hero on the same map tile. After each successful use, gain 50 XP and roll a d6. On a 1 or 2, it breaks. There's no weight on this, so it's interesting to hang on to. I wonder if we might be able to use that on our dog if, heaven forbid, it becomes a vampire dog. Question for the audience on that one. Alright, we are attacked by 2 vampires. And the vampire trait for this group will be wall scurrying. Always attacks from ambush. Moves through other models, changes targets each turn. They're immune to critical hits unless adjacent. +2 to their movement, but -1 to combat. I'll take it. So they will be jumping down to attack out of an ambush rather than waiting for us. Put this guy here. This guy's jumping on our poor dog. Let's see what their elite abilities will be. A 1. Come on. A 2. So hideous. They're now fear 3 and have +1 health, so they now have 9 health. And 2 is transfixing stare. A hero currently being targeted by a feral vampire may not use grit. Well, that's unfortunate. Alright, well I am on the lantern map tile, so I am actually at initiative 6, which means I get to go first. So let's hold back the darkness. An 11 is good. Unfortunately, since it's an ambush, they actually go first. It's because they will be initiative 7 for this first round of the fight. So their wall scurrying gives them -1 to combat, so they'll be rolling 2 dice. We'll do the vampire on myself first. 1 hit. We defend on a 3+. And we defend. And then the vampire attacking our dog. Again, 1 hit. And he hits with the vampiric bite. Let's see if it's going to be another 6. It is not. Okay. Let's roll for movement. Nothing. Let's roll our 3 combat against this vampire. Again, we are initiative 6 right now because we're on the glow room map tile with the times lantern. 1 hit, 1 crit. Use the critical first. An 8. Let's see if his armor negates any of that. His armor is a 5+ this fight. And he blocks 1, 2, 3, so he takes 5 wounds. And our next roll is -4 to the roll. And we will roll for our fear in just a moment. 3, so 7 minus 4 is 3. 3 more wounds, taking him to 8. He has 1 wound left. Well, let's see if his armor defends those wounds. And it does not. Let's use our last hatchet. Hitting on 3+. Hit. See how many wounds. -4 to the roll. 5, so 1 wound. Let's see if his armor blocks. It does not. He is dead. Taking our 3 fear hits that we should have done in the beginning of the round. We defend 1, take 2 hits. Let's see if our spirit armor blocks them. We blocked 1, and we take 1 point of sanity damage. Our dog will go, rolling his 1 combat. Holding back the darkness. 10 will trigger a depth event. Terrifying Shriek. A shriek of pain and suffering echoes through the mine, chilling you to the bone. Each hero in the mines immediately takes D6 horror hits. Hattori will take 6 horror hits. Awesome. And our willpower is 4+. So we block 3, take 3 hits. See if our spirit armor helps us out at all. Not at all. We take 3 more points of sanity damage. And our faithful dog also takes 6 horror hits. He also has willpower of 4. He blocks 2 and takes 4 points of sanity damage. Don't remember if our pup took his sanity damage, so let's roll for those real quick. He has a willpower of 4. Blocks 2, takes 1. Alright, rolling for movement. I'm still initiative 6 because I'm still in that room. 5. We'll go ahead and move right up. Rolling our 3 combat. 2 hits. Rolls are -4 to the roll. 4 and a 3 does nothing. They change target each turn, so he's going to target me now. Rolling his 2 combat against us. Hit 2 hits. Again, I'm immune to vampiric bite. We defend on a 3+. We've defended. Our pup will go, taking his 3 fear. Blocks 2 and takes 1 more point of sanity damage. Rolling his 1 combat. Nothing. Pulling back the darkness. 8 is good. Just realized we haven't been moving the depth truck forward for us. See if we gain a grit. We do not. Rolling our 3 combat. 2 hits. -4 to the rolls. 4 minus 8 is 4. 4 minus 8 is 6. That's a popular roll for us. Or 4 minus 8 is 4. 4 minus 6 is 2, rather. Let's see if he can defend with his armor. And he blocks 2. Taking 4 wounds. We will spend 5 fury to do a whirlwind strike. Peril die plus our hero level minus his defense will be just a peril die of damage. We need 5 or more to kill it. Boom, he is dead. Mission successful. Coffins are destroyed. Don't think we need to roll for anything since we only needed to destroy 4 and we've destroyed 5. Let's see what kind of loot we got. We gain blood money. D6 times $25. $150. And our reward is for each coffin that was destroyed during the adventure, we gain 10 XP and $100. So we'll gain 50 XP and $500. Once again, thank you for tuning in, everyone. I hope you've been enjoying this, and we'll see you next time.